Amazon KDP ads are unfortunately simple. And if you've been terrified, if you've been stressed, if you've been feeling that they're extremely overwhelming, I'm here to tell you it's not your fault. It's everyone who's teaching them. So in this video, I'm going to break them down for you so you can go in and run your Amazon ads with confidence. You can go in and know what is going on, what to look for, what to modify, what to adjust, and everything. And to give you an idea of how deep I am into Amazon ads, it's my favorite part of the publishing process. There's nothing I love more than doing Amazon ads for myself or for my students. We have right now currently built 697 campaigns on a daily basis. Every single day, like this morning, we managed 6,727 keywords and products in my own personal Amazon account. That's what we work with every single bloody day. Across 10 marketplaces, 372 different ASINs are being advertised right now today on my Amazon ads account. We've generated over 84 million impressions. We have a lifetime ACoS of under 40% with $400,000 in sales from our ads. This isn't theory. This is exactly what I do, what I live for, what I breathe for, and I am going to give you everything coming up in this video. Let's go. Hey everybody, it's Emeka here on the Publishing Academy YouTube channel, and our goal is simple: give you the best free KDP content so you can go and make money today. So when you're ready, you can work with me and my team, and we can help you scale to $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month like some of our students. So we are talking about ads because Q4 is coming up fast, and ads are going to be a big part of it. Whether you're brand new or whether you're super advanced, this video is going to be good. You're going to learn something 100%. I've got a lot of notes here on my computer. We're going to be doing some screen shares. We're going to be doing some campaign setting up. We're going to be doing it all here today. So let's dive into it. Couple things we're going to be talking about today. Ad account hierarchy. How does it all look in the grand scheme of things? We are going to be doing an actual campaign setup. And I don't have this on my notes, but I have it ready for you. I'm going to actually look at one of the new campaigns that I just set up and for the very first time, and I'm going to go through it and walk you through exactly what I'm thinking about as I look at the data. So it's like, hey, you've set up a new campaign and it's been running, and what do you do now? How do you optimize it? That is going to happen live for you in this video. Bidding strategy. We're going to talk about the different bidding strategies you can use. We're going to talk about the two purposes of ads because so many people get this wrong. And we're going to talk about reading the data. We are going to talk about how to use that bloody search term report. And we're going to talk about how to use AI to optimize tens or hundreds of campaigns for you every single day. So it's going to be a jam-packed video. We got a lot to cover. So let's just dive into it. All right, so before diving into the dashboard and talking about it, let's talk about the hierarchy of Amazon ads. The bottom layer is what we start off with. It's where everyone starts. You can look at it as like our discovery ads, so to speak. And there's three types of discovery ads we want to launch when we launch a new book. And there's keyword discovery ads, which basically mean when a customer types in some words into Amazon's search bar, your book will show up for those words. That's what a keyword ad is. And then the second type of ad is called a product ad. And this means when a customer clicks on a product, your book will now show up on that product's Amazon page. That's what a product ad is. And then the third one is a category. And it's when a customer is browsing different categories on Amazon, your book shows up on one of the rows. That's it. Those are the three ones we want to focus on when we're brand new and we're launching a book. Now, keyword has a couple different versions inside. We have exact, we have phrase, we have broad. So I'm going to give you some examples so you know exactly what they are. Exact fires only when the customer types in that exact wording. Amazon will then show your book to it. So for example, if they type in yoga for seniors, your book will only show up to the people who type in yoga for seniors. Broad, Amazon has more room to interpret what's going on here. So same keyword, yoga for seniors, but the customer might type in senior yoga poses. But because you're on a broad keyword search, that's still relevant. So your book can show up for it. Phrase is kind of a mix between the two. It might be the best senior yogas book or yoga for seniors and beginners. Basically what Amazon's doing is saying, hey, there's a couple words in the beginning of the keyword and a couple words at the end of the keyword. That's what our phrase is going to be. When you're starting off, what you want to do what's best for discovery, and best because you don't know what you're doing yet, is do keyword broad. Just do keyword broad because that's going to give you the most discovery when you're brand new. It's going to give Amazon the most, what do you call it? Room to interpret what your book's going to be about and find the most potential readers for you, customers, right? Products work the exact same way, except we have only expanded, which would essentially just mean product broad, right? Like what we just explained. It's just now for products, or product exact, right? Or ACE and exact. I can't remember the actual terminology. And when you're starting off brand new, should you do product exact or product expanded? Honestly, just do product exact, right? Product exact, target the top selling or ranking books that have the most traffic and start off with those. I have tested this with literally thousands of students. Product exact tends to give them the best results with the least amount of ad spend wasted when they're brand new. And then we have category. There's no, exact or whatever with category. You just select the best categories, select 10 categories related to your book, and you're good to go. Super easy to set up. There's nothing exciting about those. So that's like the bottom layer, okay? Now, the middle layer is auto ads. Now, you might be wondering, why wouldn't I set up auto ads for a brand new book? Because Amazon has no clue what your book's about. So auto ads are just not really going to work that well for a brand new book. You're just going to be sent to a whole bunch of people who are not really interested in your book, who just click on your ad, or you just really don't get any impressions because your book's not indexed yet, because that index just means Amazon's algorithm fully understands what your book's about. And that takes 60 to 90 days to happen. So by setting up auto ads in the middle part of this, once you've been running those regular campaigns for about 60 or 90 days, then we set up our auto ads and we set them up 2 by 2. We do auto, close, and loose, and then auto in a new campaign, substitutes, and complements. See, close and loose are auto targeting campaigns for keywords. Substitutes and complements are auto campaigns for products. Just like you would never do a keyword and a product campaign in one, you never want to do an auto campaign mixing close and loose keywords and products in one either, except for lottery ads. But we're not talking about lottery ads in this video. You can go watch other videos on my channel about lottery ads in case you're wondering. And then the top layer, and this is the final layer you set up as you are scaling your broad months down the road, is your exact campaigns. The reason you don't want to set up your exact campaigns when you're brand new is you have no clue what type of keywords to choose for an exact campaign. That's just the god-awful truth. And the keywords you think you should be choosing for an exact campaign when you're brand new, you can't afford them because your book, one, might be no good, but two, you just don't know what you're doing yet. And so choosing keyword exacts is a horrible thing for beginners. It's also the most popular one for beginners who are not like inside a good program to take or to choose. And so that's why I really wanted to kind of hammer this home. Keyword exact is designed to use the exact phrases convert for your book. Guess what? When you're new, you have no clue what those phrases are. You may think you do, but you don't. And I only set up keyword exact campaigns with keywords or search terms that I know 100% are converting because Amazon's told me they are. And we're going to talk about that when we talk about the search term report later on in this video. And like everything I say, guys, this hierarchy of ads is not a rule. It is not law. It is just my opinion and my experience 10 years in the game and teaching thousands of students how to run ads the most efficient way with the least amount of wasted spend. That's it. That's how I teach. So now what I want to do is I want to show you exactly how to set up those campaigns. So we're going to dive into my computer, and I'm going to show you exactly how to set up those 3 types of campaigns that I just talked about. So let's go into it. If you want to publish a book on Amazon and make money from it, I got this for you. I'm running a free 3-day Publish and Profit Challenge. By the end of it, you'll have a book published on Amazon and making your first sales. I've been publishing for over 9 years. I've published hundreds of books, helped thousands of people do the same. If you don't know where to start, or you can't find a profitable topic, or you just don't want to waste time or money, this is for you. Day one is finding your topic, creating your book title, getting your cover locked in. Day two, it's all about building your book. It's doing the research, creating the outline, and writing your entire book. And then day three, polishing your book, publishing it on Amazon, and showing you how to generate your first sales. And this is free. I'm showing you the exact way to build this business without having to hide it behind a paid course. And to show you how simple this is, my 10-year-old daughter has even published her own book using this exact same framework.
Actually, Daddy, I promise free.
You're also going to get my free support group, and you're going to get the custom GPT that I built specifically to help you with this challenge. Just click the link in the description or go to publishingacademy.com/challenge. You'll get an email. It'll be the link to get into the school group. In the classroom section, everything's laid out. Go do it now. Okay, so the first campaign that we're going to set up here is going to be a keyword broad campaign. Super easy, super basic. This is a campaign that's designed to get some discovery of our book. And so we can find out, it's like, okay, what type of keywords will our book convert on? So you're going to go to sponsored products. We are not running display video or audio ads, and you're not running sponsored brand ads yet. Even though sponsored brand ads are a money printing machine when done right. They are my favorite type of ads. You are not ready for those because you're just not ready for those. So we're going to start with sponsored products. You're going to click on create campaign. I forgot a valuable step. Step one, how to get to your marketing campaign in case you don't know. My apologies. Go to your Amazon dashboard and click on marketing. Then go to Amazon ads. Click on the marketplace you want and go to Amazon ads. And it's going to tell me sign in. I just simply bookmarked the Amazon ads dashboard so I can just click on the bookmark and go there. But really simple, just so you know. All right, so first thing of how you're going to set this up, you're going to click standard ad. If you want custom text, which I don't recommend because you're probably no good at copywriting yet, you can click custom text and then you'll write custom text at the bottom. Honestly, just pick standard ad for right now. Let's not complicate this more than it needs to be. Okay. Ad group, ignore this. Not relevant, not important. Sites, just leave it on Amazon and beyond. Amazon Business is for advanced publishers. You are not advanced right now if you're watching this video. Now, the product. Which book would you like to advertise? Pick one. For the love of God, don't ever pick more than one book for one campaign. Amazon Ads dashboard is, how do I say this in a nice way? Pretty retarded. It doesn't know what to do with all of the information that you give it. It's the worst ads platform on the internet, straight up. So don't give it more information than it can handle because it'll just get confused. So you only ever advertise one book in one campaign, except for the lottery campaign, which is completely different. So let's say, for example, I was going to do this first book. I would make sure I'm choosing my paperback version of the book. Do not advertise your ebook. You can advertise your hardcover. I wouldn't advise it in the beginning. You want to typically advertise the one that's going to give you the highest margins, right? So for the example, this paperback book, I make about $9.60 off. So I'm going to hit add and it's going to get added to the product section. Then targeting. So this is where we're going to choose. Are we going to do auto targeting or are we going to do manual targeting? Manual targeting is what we're going to choose. Okay. Now I said we're going to do keyword targeting because you can choose, do we target with keywords or do we target with products? And so we are going to be doing keywords. So keyword is like, what's the search term somebody's going to use? And I'm going to show you how to figure those out in a second here. So stay with me. Once we figure out the keywords, we can choose broad, phrase, or exact. What does that mean? Exact means it will be those exact words in that exact order only. No variations. Do not choose that as a beginner. That is more for advanced publishers down the road. You will get there. Don't choose that as a beginner. It's only going to cause you frustrations. So we are going to uncheck that. Now, broader phrase, they're similar. Phrase means like it'll add one or two words in front of, I'm looking like cherry yoga for seniors, right? Cherry yoga for seniors looking to walk. It's a horrible example, but it'll add looking to walk. That would be a complete phrase, okay? Broad, the difference is it would choose like exercises for seniors. So it'll go way more broad. Guess what we want to do in the beginning? Broad. Now, how do we find these keywords? You can see here that Amazon has a list of keywords here. If you do not see a massive list like this, that just means Amazon doesn't know what your book's about yet. Not indexed. why we don't run auto ads yet. So we have to come up with a list of our own. Now, there's a couple different ways of doing this. One is you can just go to Claude, whatever AI you want, and you can tell it this. Hey, I'm going to be setting up a broad keyword campaign for my book on Amazon through Amazon ads. Can you help me come up with a list of 15 broad keywords related to my book? I'm uploading the manuscript to you so you can take a look at that and then give me a list. Make the list easy to copy and paste into the dashboard. And if you are certain of any negative keywords I should use, please give me that list as well and let me know if they're negative or a negative phrase or negative exact. Then I would simply just go ahead and upload this to Claude and it's going to do its thing. Now, while it's doing its thing, I'm going to talk to you about negative keywords. Negative keywords are keywords that you're telling Amazon that you do not want your book to be shown for. For example, this is Chair Yoga for Seniors. Do we want this book shown to teenagers? No, that would be horrible. So teenagers would probably be something we'd put in negative exact or negative phrase. Now, you do not need to do any sort of negative keywords in the beginning at all. That was something I just thought of off the top of my head just because I was doing it. And some of you are a little bit more advanced, so you might appreciate that. But if you're kind of doubting that, or if you're unsure, leave the negative parts out for now. We can always get there later. So I have now a bunch of broad keywords that I'm going to be able to enter. So I'm going to copy those, right? And then I have some negative exact and negative phrase keywords, and I'll show you what to do with those in a second. So first thing we want to do is we want to fix the bid. So we're going to go to custom bid, right? We're going to ignore whatever Amazon thinks, and you're going to put a bid between 40 and 60 cents. That's it. Let's not complicate this. Just put it between 40 to 60 cents and be done with it. Once we run ads, once we run this ad for like 5 days, we're going to know based on the impressions coming in if our bid's too high or too low. If it's too high, we're going to be getting a ton of clicks. But if it's too low, we're not going to be getting any impressions. And then we just start making the adjustments from there. So between 40 to 60 cents is what I recommend beginners to start with. We're also going to go to enter list. And I'm just going to copy and paste the stuff I got from Claude, and I'm going to hit add keywords. I'm going to remove this thing at the top because it's weird. Don't really understand it. And now we have 15 keywords added there. Now the negative keyword targeting, right? So I could go back to Claude and I could get my negative exact and I could pop those in there. Bada bing, bada boom. I could do the same thing for phrase because these are keywords like power yoga, Bikram yoga. Like my book's not about any of that. So I don't want it showing up. I just want people interested who are buying my type of book, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Now I have negative keywords. Now our campaign bidding strategy. Choose dynamic bids only. I still use dynamic bids only on pretty much every single one of my ads now. I know in some older videos I might have used fixed, but honestly, dynamic bids only, I find the best results for myself and for my students. So I would just recommend that. I would never use up and down. And like I said, I just don't use fixed anymore at all. Bid adjustments. This is going to adjust your entire campaign as a whole. The time to play around with bid adjustments is in a few months. Once you've removed all of the negative targets, the ones that aren't going to work from your campaign, then we start playing with bid adjustments so we can start scaling the campaign. We do not play with this right now. So just leave it as is, 0. Campaign name. Now, how do you name your campaign? Caps lock on, yoga, 10 minutes. So I have a few yoga books. Then I do the line, and this is keyword, broad. Then if you have a note or something, you would put a note, but I don't have a note. And the break-even cost for this book is 48% because it's on sale. Listen, I've been doing this business for a long time. I have looked at thousands of ads. I have not found a better way of naming your campaigns than this. When I look at students' campaigns and I see this, I know exactly what type of campaign I'm dealing with. I know exactly what the break-even cost is. I know everything. This is the best way of naming your campaigns so you can quickly learn how ads are going to work. Learning ads means doing it in the easiest and simplest way possible. That also involves naming your campaigns in an easy and a simple way. So there you go. Budget, $100. All of our ad budgets start at $100 a day. That doesn't mean you're going to spend $100. It just doesn't. It's simply telling Amazon, I'm willing to spend money. Can you show my book to as many people as possible? Here's the maximum I want to spend. If you put $5 there, Amazon's not going to show your book to anybody because they're only going to try to find people who are going to buy your book. So they're going to find a very small cohort of people to stay within that daily budget. You have to expand your daily budget so Amazon knows to show your book to more people. Ignore all this stuff and then hit launch campaign. Simple. That's literally how you set up your keyword broad campaign. That's it. There's nothing else to it. Now, let's do a category campaign for this same thing, okay? The only change I would do is here for manual targeting, right? I would choose product and I would do categories. And I'm looking for about 10 categories minimum. So we have like aerobics, we have exercise and fitness for aging, we have broad yoga, aging, nutrition and diets, aging and longevity, diet and weight loss, self-help, a little too broad, Pilates, little off, but could work, stretching, exercise, and fitness. It's like, I would add in all of those. I'm just gonna remove self-help. Oops, forgot. I have to do the custom bid, 60 cents. Add all of those, remove self-help, and I'm left with 8. Now, what if you don't have a ton of campaigns that show up here? All you're gonna do is you're just gonna go over to search and you're gonna start typing in stuff. So we could type in yoga and we're gonna find some more campaigns that are going to be around yoga, right? So you can see like yoga blocks, yoga equipment. So these are more for people buying actual yoga things, but this is a seniors book. So I might just seniors, type in seniors, right? Maybe fitness, see if anything pops up here. No, let's try fitness seniors. No. Okay, let's just look at seniors a little bit more. No, nothing. All right, aging. Let's see if there's something for aging. Aging parents, right? That could be one. It does say it's Audible, so I don't know if we want to do there. Aging parents, yeah, we could try that, right? Because like okay, so aging parents, who are they looking for? So it's the kid who's obviously older looking to buy a book for their aging parents or something like that. So like it could work. The whole idea is like put 10 to 15 categories there and then over the next few weeks, we turn off the ones that just don't convert. And then we're left with the winners. That's all we're doing here. That's all we're doing here. Only putting like 4 or 5 categories here, it just doesn't work very well. So you wanna have like 10 to 15. So do some searching. Not all of them are gonna gain traction right away, but that's okay. The negative keyword stuff, you can usually carry that over for all the campaigns because it would be the same thing. And then the same down only. And then here's what I would change for this one, category. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom, done. Now what's the last one? ACE and exact, right? So how do we find the ACE and exact? So we're gonna go now from categories, we're just gonna go to individual products, okay? Remove these, okay? Custom bid, 60 cents, so let's save that, so that's good. Now, to find this, you know how you found your profitable topic? You went into like incognito mode, you typed your topic, you put your search term in the Amazon search bar, hit enter, and then you use Kip Scout to make sure that all of them hit the criteria. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna just go into the incognito mode, put in your search term, your topic, hit enter. Now, all of the 20 or 30 results that you're gonna get from Amazon, you're gonna take the ASINs of the top 20 books on page 1 in incognito mode. Very important. You are going to enter all of those ASINs right here on the screen, and you're going to do it with exact, and you're gonna have like 20 ASIN exact matches. Because what you're doing is you're targeting the books that are ranking on the first page on Amazon. That's it. That's what you're doing. So we're piggybacking off the books that have the most traffic right now on Amazon. So that's how you do this one. And then you name it correctly, ASIN exact. You put exact because down the road you will run expanded, but not right now. Okay, so now you have the campaign set up. Let's talk about what's the bidding strategy for our Amazon ads. There's 2 different ways you want to look at your Amazon ads. There's within the first 60 days, your kind of honeymoon period, and then post honeymoon period. In the beginning, the least important metric for your Amazon ads is what? Tell me in the comments. Drop a comment below. Did you say your ACOS? You're right. ACOS is the least important metric for your first 60 days. It does not matter. The only thing that matters is, are your Amazon ads bringing in more sales and improving your rank. That's the only metric we really want to be going after for the first 60 days. Lowering your ACOS is something that we start looking 60 days post, right? Past 60 days. That's when can we start lowering that campaign's ACOS by a lot. That's when it really starts to matter. But in the beginning, we're trying to get as many reviews as we possibly can. We're trying to get as many sales as we possibly can. And we're trying to improve our rank for all these different keywords as much as we can. To do that and maintain a super low ACOS in the beginning is almost impossible. So you have to understand that running at a high ACOS within your first 60 days, it's not the end of the world. Now, above 100%, it's not called for. Like you're doing something wrong, alarm bells should be going off. I'm saying, let's say your break-even ACOS, so the point where is above this number, say 35%. If it's 36, you're losing money on ads. If it's 34%, you're making money on ads. 35%, you're breaking even. If your ACOS for your first 60 days is like 60%, your break even is 35%, that's not the end of the world. That's okay, because what's happening is we're getting a ton of data in. We might be paying for that data, but that's okay. We're going to use that data to become more efficient long term. So after 60 days, then we want to start shifting to efficiency. How can we really get the most money from our ads, right? We want to ensure that the campaigns are making at least 2,000 impressions a day. We want to continue adjusting our bids anywhere from 5 to 10 cents as needed, up or down. But the key thing to remember is when you see a target, an individual target inside your campaign, and the ACOS keeps climbing, the clicks keep climbing, but the sales are just trickling in, we just start turning those ones off. And if you do that over a long enough period of time, you'll end up having a more profitable campaign. So having said that, why don't I dive in to my screen and I'll show you exactly how I monitor or how I look at a campaign that I just launched, and we'll take a look at it. So, all right, so you guys can see my screen now. So this is for a coloring book of mine, and I started doing what's called a collection ad. So it's a brand ad. It's a bit different. It's a brand ad for the brand of coloring books. And you can see this ad started on July 25th, and today's August 2nd. So it's like a week and a bit old. So let's dive into it and take a look at what's going on. This is a keyword phrase campaign. Let's take a look here. We're looking at the last 30 days, and this is the first time since I launched this campaign that I've actually looked at it. This is real time how to do this. Okay, so I sort by clicks, highest clicks at the top, right? And this isn't a ranking campaign or anything like that. Like, the goal is to make money with this campaign. So overall, we're sitting at 138% ACOS. So obviously not great. The break-even ACOS for this campaign, it is 41, as you can see from the naming. So what we want to do is we want to identify what are the winners and losers for this first little bit. So we can see here that this one keyword got 47 clicks, 3 purchases for 79% ACOS. Okay. Now the cost per click is 70 cents. My bid is $1.50. Now, how can my bid be so high, but my cost per click be so low? That's because this book converts really well and Amazon loves it. That's all it is. And as you get more advanced and you learn how to do ads more efficiently, this will happen to you too. Amazon's simply giving me the sale at a or giving me the click rather, right? The sale's my job. It's giving me the click at a way lower price than what I said I would bid for. Now, we do want a 10% conversion. So right now, with 40 clicks, I should see 4 sales. Now, normally I'm not even going to turn that off. What I am going to do is I'm just going to drop this right down to maybe like $1. And is $1 too dramatic? I don't think so. The reason being is because it's like, all right, I know Amazon's willing to give it to me for so cheap, so I can get closer to what it's suggesting. But by lowering it here, hopefully, in theory, right? If I'm only willing to pay $1 now, and I was paying $1.50 and getting the cost per click at 70 cents, I hope this is not too confusing for you. By lowering it $1, hopefully Amazon's be like, yo, I'll give it to you for like 40 cents, the cost per click. If I was getting this cost per click at 40 cents, all of a sudden the ad's profitable because my ACOS is gonna drop like a rock. So I'm gonna make that one adjustment and then I'm gonna leave it and see what happens over the next week or so. Okay, here's a different one. 45 clicks, but 0 sales. So guess what? You had your chance. You didn't show up to the party. You're just getting turned off. There's no drop in the bid. There's no nothing. It's like 45 sales and you couldn't make 1 sale, or 45 clicks and you couldn't make 1 sale. Oh, you're fired. You just turn it off. Now this one, 13 clicks, no sales yet. Okay, well, you've only spent $6.88 though, because the clicks are only 53 cents. My book is $15. So if I got one order on the next click, I'm not going to have a horrible ACOS, right? It'll still be a little high, but it's not horrible. So we can leave it. Okay. Now, so we're just going to leave it. And I'm going to drop it a little bit. Let's just drop it to $1. Okay. Now these ones are at 49 and 47. My break-even ACOS is 41. Now, this is a brand ad. So what is this ad actually doing for me? It's giving me a ton of exposure on Amazon because it's a brand ad. So having a couple targets slightly above my break even is not the end of the world, especially if this is the first time I've looked at it and the ad's only a week old. More importantly, look at the spend between this keyword, $32, and these ones, $6. Because we drastically reduced the keyword bid here, that's going to pull down the total spend for that particular target. And it's going to get less money, which means it's going to throw some of the money into some of those smaller targets as well. But more importantly, we turned off this target. That's actually a better, more important thing. We completely killed this target that spent $33. So what's going to happen is that $33 now, entire budget is going to get thrown on the rest of the campaign, and it's going to help drive everything else up. So you don't want to make too many changes. That's all I'm trying to say. Boom. That's it. I'm not going to make any other changes for this, right? And that's it. Right? We're good to go. So that was keyword phrase. Now, I think I have one more that I'll show you for this one. So this is the same thing, but this is a keyword exact. Now, Emeka, you just said don't run exact. These are keywords that this book has, or search terms that this book has been converting on. Now, just because they convert well in one campaign doesn't guarantee they're going to convert well in a keyword exact campaign. Unfortunately, Amazon doesn't work like meta ads. So it is a bit of a roll in the dice. This one, you can see it is a lot better though, right? This one, we're at $1.50 and the cost per click is 89. So we're just going to drop this down a little bit, not too much. Maybe just 25 cents. This one is doing really good. 8 clicks and 1 sale for 35%, 7 clicks and 1 sale for 33%. So those are doing great. These just don't have enough data yet to make any decisions on. So we're simply gonna let them be. And this just needs more time. I'm not going to increase the bids the first time that I look at it because they're starting to get impressions. The ad's still turning up. It's almost starting to make money. So I'm just going to make a couple top adjustments to the ones that are spending the most or that have the most clicks. And I'll look at them again. Now, I'm not going to record this again. So let's say I look at it again and it's a very, very similar scenario to what it is right now. All I'm going to do is probably increase these 25% to see if I can get some more traffic to those actual targets. Because if I take a look at my budget, the daily budget for this, probably $300. Oh yeah, it says it right here. So the daily budget for this campaign, you can see it's $200. So we're probably going to increase the bids a little bit the next time we look at this, but those are all the changes that I've been making right now. Okay, so you saw me read the data in those campaigns that I just went through in my account here. And just to kind of give you an overview of, okay, if this is it, you want to investigate that. Because when it comes to ads, there's so many factors that come into play. It's really hard to teach one method and for it to work with absolutely everybody. So one of the things that I take pride in it is the way that I try to teach you ads is I teach you what to do, but then I teach you the understanding of why we're doing it. And if there's any of the students that I work with one-on-one watching this, you can talk about that in the comments, is when we have our calls, or if you've been on an ad audit call with me, you'll see exactly what I mean, right? It's like, we'll do a change, but then it's like, okay, now why did we do that change? And then it's like, all right, go look at this and tell me what you're gonna do. No, explain to me what you're gonna do. Show me what you're gonna do. Okay, why are you doing that? And because you have to understand why you make the change or what you're looking for. Because if you don't ever get that, and this is the problem with most people and how they teach, if you don't actually get the why, you're never gonna figure out ads. Because I could say, yeah, go raise this bid, but there's times where you might not be getting enough impressions and raising the bid's not the right call. Or there's times when your ACOS might be too high and lowering the bid's a stupid move. There's so many different scenarios. So the blanket thing is, if you're not getting enough impressions, you're typically gonna raise your bid a little bit. In most cases, like 8 out of 10 times. There's a couple scenarios that it might not make sense to do that. If you're getting clicks, but you're not getting sales, what does that actually mean? Well, it usually means one of two things. Your description's no good or your A+ sucks, right? Because people are clicking on your book, your ad, but they're not buying your book. So there's a problem on the Amazon detail page. It's not converting. That's usually description or A+. The worst thing that it can be is your title. Because if it's your title, then you just got it, you're done. That book's dead because you have to kill it. You can't change your title. And if it's the title, then yeah, you just have to unpublish the book and start from scratch with a new title. If you're in the scenario where orders are coming in, but your ACoS is way too high, well, yeah, then that's an obvious, okay, we should lower the bid. But then what stage is that ad at, right? Is it brand new? Is it seasoned? Is it extremely seasoned, right? Is your book a seasonal book? What's going on geopolitically? Like there's so many different things that come into account. These are all the things that you have to learn over time and go through. But reading the data, you also notice I typically start at yesterday and I look at sales from yesterday, what happened yesterday with the ads, and then I'll look at, okay, what happened in the last 7 days? And then I'll look at, okay, well, what's the 30-day picture? Because there are so many times where, okay, yesterday, who cares? It could have been the weekend, right? Because ads are all over the place in the weekend, so you never make changes based on your weekend data. Horrible thing to do. And then it's like, okay, well, what happened in the last 7 days? All right, cool. Were the last 7 days good, bad, or average? Okay, well, what happened in the last 30 days? Okay, well, 30 days we're tracking, the last 7 days sucked. Great. We don't make any big changes because the last 30 days were good. We just had a bad week, right? But if that happens like, okay, well, we just had a bad 2 weeks. Oh crap, now what's going on? Okay, why did we have a bad 2 week? What changed? What's the difference? And then we look at making the changes differently. But it's all about how you read the data that you're getting from your ads. And the data is going to be different for every single book, for every single publisher, every single time. That's why I'm very against like rule-based things, rule-based softwares, rule-based whatever, because it doesn't fucking know what's going on. Like that's it. It's going based on rules and nothing else. That's the problem with everybody's Adology and all of those ad-based softwares right now that are currently out. Like if they're rule-based, they don't work for everybody. They only work under the exact proper conditions, which is shit because my books are not in the exact proper conditions that it was programmed for those rules. And I guess this is great segue into, okay, well, how do you manage so many keywords and products and campaigns on a daily basis? I don't. Claude does. I built a full ad intelligence agent that helps you manage and understands and teaches you what's happening in your ad account, because that's the only way you're actually going to learn. So we're almost there. I'm going to show you some cool stuff in a second, but search term report. Your search term report is absolute goldmine. Now, we can look at the search term report. So here's the search term report for the Keyword Exact campaign that I was running, right, for that collection. Okay. And we can see for the last 30 days, right? It's only a week and a bit old. But so what do we look at, right? We have 7 clicks from this horror coloring book, 7 clicks, 1 purchase with a 14% conversion, 33% ACoS. So it's like good. But what do we see here? There's one thing that this shows you right now. One thing, not enough data. That's it. There's zero anything you can do because there's just not enough data for anything. And if we look at that other campaign, okay, so now we're looking at the keyword phrase one and we take a look. We're sorting by purchases. And then look what happens. So we have 2 clicks here, 3 purchases for a 1.56% ACoS. Here we have 1 click, 1 purchase for 1.87% ACoS. 5 clicks, 1 purchase for 19.48% ACoS in the search term report. And some of you are literally taking these search terms and going and creating new exact campaigns on them. Why? There's nothing here that says to do that. There's no data here. You have 5 clicks and 1 sale. Who cares? If it was 5 clicks and 4 sales, oh yeah. If it was 20 clicks and 3 sales, yes. But you have 1 sale. That means nothing. You have to collect enough data for this to be relevant. Your search term report is not relevant to you for 90 days, right? Now, I guess you could look back the last 65 days. But the first little bit of your book, who cares? But like, bottom line is, some of you are jumping to your search term report trying to say, I'm scaling my ads, but you don't even have profitable campaigns yet. So you don't even know what to scale. And this is just like one of the ways that people get confused with ads the fastest is by using the search term report prematurely. And like, look at this one. So this one does have 3 purchases. So it's like, hey, Emeka, so Do we target that right away? Well, no, of course not. Because look, there were only 2 clicks. So how did something get 3 purchases with 2 clicks? Well, somebody just bought something twice. But more importantly, look at this. Alan Robert horror coloring books. I'm not fucking Alan Robin. That's not my pen name. That's somebody else's. And so what this means is I just got lucky. Somebody clicked on the book, they searched for Alan Robin horror coloring book. They clicked on the book and they found my book instead and they bought 3 copies of it. That's what happened. That's not a sign that that's a good search term to target. That's called luck. Now, if that starts happening over and over again and I get 10 purchases for Alan Robert horror coloring book, okay, then it's a sign. Then I'm gonna go target that guy and like take all those sales. But this isn't anything. And too many people jump to the conclusion and they wonder why it's not working. Like, that's what I mean. Like, what I just explained there, people don't teach that in lessons. People don't teach that in YouTube videos. That is an understanding of looking at the data in a different way. And you have to learn how to read between the lines and use a little bit of brain power in order to understand this. So you know how this works. And that's what I'm really, really hoping that this is all just coming across here. So now let's talk about how AI can help you with your ads. Look, I've done a lot of videos on how to use AI with your ads, and it's really, really cool to see how it's evolved. It started with just simply uploading screenshots to ChatGPT, and I think that was called the AI Ads Doctor, if I remember correctly, and it would kind of explain stuff to you. And then we moved to, oh, I can't even remember what the next one was called, and then I moved to what I'm going to show you today, the AI Ads Intelligence Agent. And it's just so cool to see how it's evolved over time, because AI running your ads, once it's trained properly, is what the future of ads is going to be. And managing 10 campaigns manually in your account, yes, that's possible. Easy. Managing 50 campaigns, okay, on a daily basis, that's gonna require quite a bit of time. So managing 184 live campaigns with 618 targets daily is absolutely impossible. And that's what this ad intelligent agent is able to do for me every single day. When I wake up in the morning, I have a full report that's been run at 5 a.m. It's gone on to Amazon. It's downloaded all of the reports. Like, I don't know how many bloody reports. I think it's 19,000 rows every single morning that Claude processes for me from Amazon. And then it gives me a complete summary of what's going on with my ads and what's going on with all my organic sales across the entire Amazon platform. I've done a video on this before, so I'm not going to do a full in-depth walkthrough of how to set this up. You can go check out that video. That's what that video is designed for. But like every single morning, I'm getting this morning brief that tells me, hey, here's what's happening in your ads account. And one of the biggest things that I used to struggle with when I was learning how to figure out ads was, how do I run my ads and remember everything that you're doing? Well, you don't have to, because there's AI for that now. Take a look at this. Bid moves from a week ago are the ones worth watching. Coloring book L brand came down 20 cents to 15 cents on July 27th, 6 days ago. And the campaign now shows 51% ACoS on $194.68. Still above its 41 break even. So the cut helped, but it hasn't finished its job. Pet book B, video 2, that keyword went the other way. On July 25th, it went from $1.75 to $2 across 4 targets. The phase sibling now sits at 54% ACoS on 174 for 16 orders, roughly 10% over the break even. So revert it if another week doesn't improve things. This is being able to help you learn how to run ads more efficiently by tracking everything you're doing, analyzing all of the changes and exactly what's happening in your ads account. This is a morning brief that changes every single morning and gives me all of the info that I ever want to have on my ads. Then Publisher Champ, where the real money is, right? It's telling me exactly what's going on with the month so far, what's going on with my total ACoS so far, what's going on with my organic shares for the month so far, books making the most money, books losing the most money on ads. So I know exactly where everything's at. Organic spend versus ad spend. Then I get a summary of yesterday, last 7 days, last 30 days, yesterday's wasted spend, just so I'm aware. But then what I really love, and this is where I make most of my decisions from, is what is called the kill, investigate, danger, and probation periods. These are simply the targets that it's found out of those 6,000 targets that it's found of the ones that are no longer converting. They're wasting money. They've hit a certain threshold and they're now just wasting money. It's no lower the bids, it's kill these targets. They've expired. And then I go in and I simply look in the dashboard and I just start turning those off, right? And we have investigate. So these are the ones that it's like, hey, let's get some more data for this first. Double check these because we're thinking they're heading in that direction, but we want to double check on a couple things first. Danger, approaching the kill threshold, and then probation. These are basically things that are converting at less than a 10% conversion rate. So if anything converts less than 10% of the time, it's on its way to kill, but there might be some adjustments that can be made for those certain ones. This is how you should be using AI for your ads to do stuff like this. It allows you to track your changes. It allows you to learn the framework behind ads to see you've made this change a week ago. Here's what's happening. Massive. And guys, here's the best thing. This is free. I don't charge for this. It's available for anybody who wants it. You just simply join my SKOOL group. It's inside the classroom. You go set it up on Claude and you're good to go. That's it. There is no charge for this. This is like my gift for you because I want you to do well with ads. Ads help you make money. When you have more money, you can pay me so I can help you make even more money. So I want you to win. Now, keep in mind, like as I say in the video that I set this up with, there's two versions of this. There's the version that everybody gets, and then there's the version my students get. My students get like the deluxe version that does way, way more cool shit. So just FYI. But both versions are very, very, very cool, and nobody has anything like this out in the market, and they're both free. So anyways, I'm losing daylight here, so we're just gonna wrap things up. But if this video at all just helped you understand a little bit more about ads, it was a win. I do feel like it might have been a little all over the place, so please forgive me for that. But it's just, I'm so passionate about teaching ads. I love teaching ads. I'm even considering doing on YouTube Lives if I just go in and fix people's ads accounts live on the channel. Like that's something that I'm considering we might do in the next week or two. So be on the lookout for that. I think that'd be a really cool idea. If you guys like that idea, let me know in the comments. But yeah, it'd be awesome. So anyways, mosquitoes are trying to get me, so I gotta go inside. Peace.